Good morning, Woofy.
Good morning, Brent.
Hey, the sun's up. Guess what time it is?
It's time to shine, shine, shine.
Shine, shine, shine. Every morning we can shine. Say hello to this.
Good morning. It's time for the Brent and Woofy Show on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo. Webcast at www.chly.ca. Radio for kids and families. Now, here's Brent.
Good morning, my friends. What a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday morning it is here in Nanaimo. You're listening to the Brent and Woofy Show here on CHLY 101.7 downtown Nanaimo. Webcast at www.chly.ca. All right, we've got an interesting show coming up for you today. I've got an interview with Simmons that we're going to play, but just before we get to that, I went to the Rick Scott concert on Friday in Arrington. And we took Pam, and we had a great time. And I said to Pam, after this song, yell out, play the Elephant Ride, because that's my favorite Rick Scott song, When the Pied Pumpkin. And he played it just as I was saying it. So let's go for an Elephant Ride to get the show started today.
Let's go for an elephant ride. Go for an elephant ride. Rumble through the jungle, going side to side. Oh, let's go for an elephant ride. Oh, let's go for an elephant ride. Over 5,000 pounds of gray, this big around, and you know what they say? They say an elephant can drink 35 gallons of water a day. You know what else they say? The elephants don't sweat. So remember, elephants never forget, but they love to sing. Let's go for an elephant ride. Go for an elephant ride. Oh, rumble through the jungle, going side to side. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Come on, hoot, hound and down and down, 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 hound and down and down, down. Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down, down. Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down, down. Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. So imagine yourself there on the world's largest overstuffed chair, knocking down trees. Anything you please. But elephants don't have to be like that. They can be agile as a kitty cat. You know they walk on their tiptoes. And everybody knows elephants never forget. But they sing, let's go for an elephant ride. Go for an elephant ride, yeah. Rumble through the jungle, going side to side. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Well, come on! Whoop! Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down, down. Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down, down. Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down, down. Down and down and down, 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 down. Down and down and down. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Whoop! Now you might think it would be difficult to hide something bigger than your house. But you know what? What? Elephants can be invisible.
Really?
Yeah, they could hide behind a waterfall.
No.
Or they could roll themselves up in a big gray ball and call themselves a rock.
Don't bug me, man. I'm a rock.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll remember. Elephants never forget. But they sing, let's go. the jungle, going side to side. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Again, let's go for an elephant ride. Go for an elephant ride, yeah. Rumble through the jungle, going side to side. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Whoa, let's go for an elephant ride. Ride, elephant ride. Swing up on the side of a high so wide. Take the great big tide, get jungle-fied. Go for an elephant ride.
Yeah, Elephant Ride, Pied Pumpkin and the Pumpkins. And what we learned is Rick Scott played the trombone. That sound at the end there is Rick playing the trombone. Isn't that cool? That was a fantastic concert that we went to up there in Arrington. All right, I met Al Simmons about, we were trying to figure it out. I think it's 10, maybe 15 years ago. And Al Simmons is an entertainer who is comedy and inventions and music. And once you see this guy perform once, you never forget him. And I caught up with Al and did an interview. And let's get right into that now. Sit back, enjoy an interview with Mr. Al Simmons. Here we go.
When I was 11 and my sister was 5, we owned the most talented doggy alive. Though the tricks that he mastered were cause for acclaim, he also possessed a remarkable name. Harrison, Garrison, Model T.B., Cornelius, Aurelius, Rover McGee, Daniel, Nathaniel, Hooligan, Lee, Horowitz, Huntington, Clymer, McTree, Snooper, O'Flaherty, Jumper, Kerplop, Harrington, Arrington, Thaddeus, Hop, Hopperty, Archibald Bain, the dog with the longest name in the world, the dog with the longest name.
Hey, Woofy, what you doing? I'm combing Arthur the dog. I've got a good idea. Why don't we phone up our old pal Al Simmons and see what he's up to? That's a really good idea. I haven't seen old Al in a long time. Dial the phone. Okay, here goes. One ring. We're going to talk to Al Simmons. Is he there?
Hello.
Hello, I'm looking for Mr. Al Simmons.
Speaking.
Mr. Al Simmons, this is Mr. Brent and Woofy phoning.
Good morning, Brent.
Where in the world are you?
Where in the world is Woofy?
Woofy's sitting right here beside me in Nanaimo, BC on Vancouver Island, Canada. Say hello, Woofy. Hello, Woofy. Say, Al, where are you?
Hello, Woofy. I'm in Manitoba right now.
You're in Winterpeg, aren't you?
Well, I'm at home just outside of Winnipeg in a small town called Anola.
Anola?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of an interesting name.
Yeah, it used to be called granola, but the G blew away.
Ah! Yes, Al and I go back quite a few years. I first met Al Simmons, should we tell him how long ago, Al?
Well, I think it was at least 10 years ago.
Yes, I remember seeing you at a concert in Victoria about 10 years ago, but I think I met you before that once, too.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's so long ago I can't even remember it. Let's talk.
We were just kids.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Al Simmons. Who is Al Simmons?
Well, I like to think of myself as a fellow that travels the world spreading joy and happiness.
And wackiness.
And wackiness, yeah.
Al has some pretty cool props in his show. Al sings songs and does comedy for families, and I remember seeing his shows and laughing like crazy. You know what?
In a way, somebody dubbed me an inventive musical comedian, or that I do inventions, music, and comedy, and that in a way sums it up, because I love inventing stuff. I'll build them, and then I can travel around and sing a song about it and show it to folks. So it's almost like my hobby is building stuff, and I get to play with them in front of people.
Yes.
With my toys, and people watch me.
I remember seeing you with your fold-out picnic table, the one that the legs came down and everything popped up.
Yeah, it's a complete Parisian cafe in a suitcase.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. I just put together your invention music comedy and came up with a new term, Immucum. Immucum, that's it. Invention, music, and comedy. Immucum.
Hey, that's the new term
there
for
you
me.
Go. Immucum.
New definition of Al.
Yes.
Better than describing me as the fellow that invented the upright B-flat 4-bell 12-valve baritone symbonium. That's too big a mouthful.
No kidding. Wow.
That thing I built, it's built out of a baritone horn, and I play the entire 1812 overture, complete with all the cannons, church bells, and fireworks on it.
You know what? I believe you.
Like that.
I believe you. When did you get started? How did you get started in showbiz?
Well, I think it was probably watching my dad do old vaudeville routines around the house. I don't know that he studied vaudeville, but he must have seen enough of it that he knew all the baggy pants comedy, how to walk into a door and look like you smashed your face in the door, but you didn't, and make your one arm grow longer, how to make silly faces, how to make your thumb disappear, and play harmonica in a variety of ways with no hands and in a glass, and he seemed to be have all this knowledge, and I thought all kids' dads knew this stuff, but it turned out, no, it's only him.
You know, my dad's a cowboy yodeler, and I thought the same thing, that all dads yodeled.
All dads yodeled?
Yeah, well, they do.
My dad yodeled when he slept, I think that's what that noise was. My mom told puns, and jokes and puns were just part of the everyday language. If we thought of something silly, we'd say it.
So when you're performing on stage, you're just being yourself, right?
No, I think a cranked-up version of myself. Off stage, I'm the mild-mannered Al Simmons. I guess there's a Clark Kent and a Superman to me. Not that I'm Superman on stage, but wacky man.
If I saw Al Simmons on the street, I would guess mathematics teacher.
There you go.
Yeah.
The people have said to me, are you a dentist?
Yes.
Accountant, that kind of thing.
So you started at a very...
Not that accountants and dentists can't be wacky, because I've known both to be wacky.
You know what I know about dentists? They've always got the nicest guitars.
Is that right?
Yeah, they can afford them. You started at a very, very young age. I was looking around your website, looking at pictures of you all dressed up when you were just 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, and my dad was a bit of a collector of odds and ends, and stuff just ended up in our home. He had a suit made out of drapery. It was actually a suit, but it was made out of drapes, like big flowers on it.
So
outrageous. And we had musical instruments in the house, anything from trumpets and drums and stuff like that, and guitars and ukuleles, but we also had bagpipes at one time.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So I got to play all sorts of things.
Wow. So when a person comes to an Al Simmons show, they expect to see a bunch of that kind of thing?
Well, I travel with a number of trunks full of stuff, and it's rare that I sing a song without a crazy prop or a gadget to go with it. One of the only songs that I sing without a prop is my main hit song. If I've got a hit song, it's I Collect Rocks. It's become a music video, and a 1-hour DVD movie is named after it. And if I have a hit song, that's it, and there's no props needed because the words cover it and the audience sings along. That's
the one that I remember the most from seeing you over 10 years ago. I still remember that song. Let's play a little bit of that song right now.
Now I collect rocks. I collect rocks. I put them in this rock'll roll. I collect my rocks around the clock.
That's Al Simmons singing I Collect Rocks off of his CD Something's Fishy at Camp Wigganishi. Did I say that right, Al?
You got it. And you know, on that album is a real connection back to my origins, because I started out singing in a rock and roll band, and then that band morphed into sort of a country folk kind of band, and Fred Penner was my lead guitar player in it. And that album has Fred singing backup for me, because his voice harmonizes perfectly with mine, so he's singing on a lot of the tracks.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And then I noticed something else on your website about Cornstalk. Tell us about that.
That was the band Cornstalk that Fred was in with me.
Oh, that's what the band was called.
The band was called Cornstalk, and we travel around doing shows in mostly in bars and saloons and that kind of thing. And then in the summer, every now and then, we would do an outdoor family concert. And after we did that for a summer of doing a string of family shows outside, we couldn't go back in the bars. Well, I didn't want to go back in the bars, so the band disbanded, and we went our separate ways. And as it turned out, Fred never went back in the bars, and neither did I. Just
that's
spoiled by working to families and how people pay attention to you.
That is such a familiar story, because that is my story as well. Yeah, I did the same thing. I played in bars for years and years and years, and when I got into the family stuff, I don't think I've even been back in one.
Yeah, it's just so refreshing to be with kids and families.
Okay, what year was that album?
That was 93. I recorded that, and on that album is a tune that I wrote, and Raffi heard me sing and said that he wanted to record it. And the fool I was, I said no. I don't know what I was thinking. I said, no, I don't want you to. I want to record it first, because I hadn't recorded it. It's called Something in My Shoe. And finally, Raffi convinced me to let him record it. And that's the one and only time that I saw big residuals from any of my tunes. Because in those days, Raffi was selling tons of records, tons of albums, and so I saw money coming in every month from that song. Nice.
Are you still seeing money coming in?
Oh, because I don't think any of us are selling CDs as much as we used to. I still want people to hear them, so I don't care how they do it. Download them, copy them, whatever. Just
let's have a little listen to "There's Something in My Shoe."
And you got to think of me singing it to Raffi over the phone, and then Raffi recording it. And when Raffi recorded it, he called me and said, I think this chord would be better like this. And I said, well, I liked it the other way. And he said, well, listen to the difference. And then he got his producer on the line and said, it never really done that way, the way you've done it. It's better this way. So Raffi sort of arranged the song for me in a way. So he's done me a huge favor. He's a great friend and an incredible singer and musician, so he really helped me with that tune. I wrote the song, gave it to him. He changed a couple of the chords, made it a little bit better. So we're going to listen to Al Simmons sing Raffi's version of an Al Simmons song.
Well, I was going for a walk. I got no further than half a block. Trouble with my foot. Ooh, there was something in my shoe. So I took it off and I shook it. Look it. You know what fell out?
What fell out?
A little wee stone. So I put my shoe back on my feet. I kept on walking down the street. I was going to the store. A 1-step, 2-step, 3-step bar. Trouble with my foot. Ooh, there was something in my shoe. So I took it off and I shook it. Look it. You know what fell out?
What fell out?
A bouncing ball.
Boing, boing.
And the little wee stone. So I put my shoe back on my feet. I kept on walking down the street. Well, I looked both ways to cross the road. My toes said, hey, you'd better unload. You got trouble with your foot. Ooh, there was something in my shoe. So I took it off and I shook it. Hey, look it. You know what fell out?
What fell out?
A flying bird.
Tweet, tweet.
A bouncing ball.
Boing, boing.
And a little wee stone. So I put my shoe back on my feet. I kept on walking across the street. Well, I went home and stood on the kitchen floor. I didn't think I'd have any more trouble with my foot, but ooh, there was something else in my shoe. So I took it off and I shook it. Hey, look it. You know what fell out?
What fell out?
A locomotive. A flying bird.
Tweet, tweet.
A bouncing ball.
Boing, boing.
And a little wee stone. So I went to my room in stocking feet, climbed into bed and went to sleep.
That's Al Simmons with Something in My Shoe off of Something's Fishy. And that CD was nominated for Juno, correct, Al?
That's right. And it didn't win. They picked the wrong one that year. I don't know how that happened.
So you tried again.
They didn't pick mine.
So
so I tried again with an album called Celery Stalks at Midnight. And that one won a Juno. That was in 95.
Yes, that's fantastic.
I was there when they presented the Juno, and I went up to do my thank you speech. And you know how people always say they're so nervous, their knees are shaking? Well, my knees were shaking there. I made the perfect acceptance speech, thanked everybody I was supposed to, and I should have turned and walked away, but I stayed 5 seconds too long. My knees started shaking, and I started babbling like an idiot. They didn't have to get the hook and haul me off, but anyway, I made it away unscathed pretty well.
Now, that must have been an experience, one you'll never forget.
Yeah, it's like a definite high point in my career. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think so. So we're going to play a song off of Celery Stalks at Midnight.
Well, you know, lots of them are my favorites. One of my favorites that not too many people play because it's too long. It's 7 minutes and 44 seconds long. It's about the life cycle of a mosquito.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to play that long of a song, but you know, lots of the tunes that are on there that I sing in my stage show, like I Am For You, which is an iChart, a sing-along iChart. We could give the folks a taste of that, perhaps.
I remember that song from that concert as well. Isn't it funny?
You have to cover your left eye and read starting from the top line of the iChart. Now, of course, this is radio, so we don't have the iChart. You have to imagine letters on an iChart.
And what are those letters?
The letters are I am for you, S-I-M, S-I-M.
Okay, everybody cover your left eye and sing along with Al.
Not if you're driving, though.
No. Make sure you don't cover both eyes if you're driving. All right, let's play a little of I Am For You.
Well, thank you very much. And now, on behalf of the Department of Health and Welfare, Optometric Division, it's time for your eye test. I want you all to cover your left eye and start reading from the top line of the eye chart. Get ready. Here we go. I am for you. S-I-M, S-I-M. G, I want to be for you, for F-R. Cover your right eye now. U-R-X-D-C, S-U-R, S-U-R. I intend to to C, B, B, U, N, I, C, I, 2, I, O, I, M for you, S, I, M, S, I, M, U, N, I, L, B, S, 1 for F, R, F, R, F, R. Well, you all did very well. Let's try this again from a little farther back.
That's Al Simmons singing I Am For You. And Al, you've got one more CD.
Yes, it's actually my favorite CD of all the ones that I've done. It's called The Truck I Bought From Mo. And one of my favorite songs on it, I've just finished building a prop, and I'm taking it up. I'm going to premiere it in Prince George, British Columbia, where I'm performing very soon. And I'm going to premiere this big prop. The song is called Mr. PG. It's named after a giant wooden statue that they've made up there, and it's sort of like the story of Mr. PG. I like my songs to tell stories, so this one tells the tale of Mr. PG.
Yes, I really like that song. I really like the groove for Mr. PG.
Yeah, that's Ken Whiteley, my producer, my amazing producer. He's out of Toronto that came up with that groove for it. It's really, really great feel. It almost feels like a 50s doo-wop song or something like that.
All right, well, let's get your fingers snapping and we'll play a little of it.
Manhattan's got the Empire State. Frisco's got its Golden Gate. Paris has the Eiffel Tower. Big Ben chimes each London hour. China's famous for its wall. India, the Taj Mahal. The CN Tower may be tall, but Mr. PG tops them all. Mr. PG, Mr. PG. In Prince George, British Columbia, tourist dollars were fleeting. So years ago, I'll have you know, they had a town hall meeting. They needed something distinctive, something novel, something new, to make the tourists stop a while instead of just passing through. Mr. PG, Mr. PG. Yes, Prince George needed something that would put them on the map. Like a giant wooden man with a checkered red felt cap. Like the heads on Easter Island or grass huts you find in Fiji. They built a statue out of logs and called it Mr. PG. Mr. PG stands for Prince George. Mr. PG. Giant shirt, pants and hat were stitched by someone's mom. Because, they said with confidence, if we build it, they will come. Well, the tourists came from far and wide in the summer and the winter to see him standing proud and tall beside the info center. But as the years went by, he suffered from neglect. His clothes were raggy and he lacked self-respect. As the years wore on, his appeal wore off. People said that he just wasn't good enough. Mr. PG, poor Mr. PG. He used to proudly wave a flag. Now he just holds the pole. In his mouth, he smoked a pipe. Now his lips just have a hole. Well, there are good and bad people in every single city. Some destroy through vandalism and others with graffiti. Mr. PG. JP loves ES. Mr. PG. TK was here. Initials carved into his legs eventually spelled his ruin. Then vandals came in the dark of night and took a chainsaw to him. Mr. PG had become just another pile of kindling, and without its famous statue, civic pride was dwindling. Mr. PG. Mr. PG. An arc welder stepped forward and said,
I have a plan. We have the technology. Let's reconstruct the man.
Well, they built him with aluminum so that he'd never rust. And they reinforced him so he's now impossible to bust. The welder's a hero, PG looks good. He's made out of metal, but he looks like wood. The statue has achieved legendary status, a wonder of the world, you can see him for gratis. They wave at him for cars on the yellowhead roof. They say, Mama, take my picture, I'm standing on his boot. They're pointing out the window of the aerial plane. Everybody loves him. What's his name? Mr. B.
Now on the left, you'll see our famous statue.
Mr. B.
You'll notice that he's straighter than the Tower of Pisa.
Mr. B.
Cuter than the Mona Lisa.
Mr. B.
Well, that completes our French Tours tour. Stop in and pick up your free brochure. Inside the Tourist Info Center, postcards on the left as you enter. On your way out, please sign our guest book. Come back someday and take another look.
Mr. PG by Al Simmons on The Truck I Bought from Mo. And I believe that CD was also nominated for a Juno.
It was, and that year they picked the wrong one again. They made a mistake again. I don't know how that happened. They picked somebody else's.
How does that happen? I don't know. Well, I don't know, Al, for having 3 CDs and 3 Juno nominations, I think you're batting 1,000 here.
Oh, I'm pretty proud, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of those tunes, those albums. And, you know, my latest thing that I've been doing is making videos. People have always said, you're such a visual performer, why don't you make videos instead of CDs? Right. Well, I began doing that. My son Carl and I created a 1-hour movie of silliness that features, I think, 7 of my songs in music video form, plus a whole bunch of silliness that ties them together. And it's called I Collect Rocks, and it's 1 hour of wackiness with me.
So you have 3 CDs, a video. If people want to get a hold of these CDs and videos, how would they go about doing that?
Well, they can find them on my website. Not many stores carry Al Simmons stuff. It's more, the stores seem to more carry big name Disney or, you know, the current hit like Barney or whatever, but they don't seem to carry Brent and Woofy and Al Simmons as much. So it's available at my website.
There's another mistake, right, Al? They should be carrying that stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
How's anyone going to find me?
That's right. Well, they can go to alsimmons.com.
And on my website, I'm putting up a bunch of silly videos as well that I've created. I've got a bunch of birthday videos that are going to be up there any day now. All right. And your son builds your website, is that correct? My son Carl is the videographer and my website builder, as well as an incredible carpenter. How old is he now? He's 26. 26 years old. I'm just going to spell your name for the people who would want to go to your site. It's ALSIMMONS.com, alsimmons.com. Just like the mattress, so don't go to the mattress, Simmons mattress, go to Al Simmons. And when you go to Al Simmons' website, take a little time and go through his timeline and take a look at all the pictures he's got up there from back in the old days when he first started out. There's some amazing pictures there. Oh, and you know what else is there? A swimsuit calendar featuring me. Oh, no. Oh, yay. It's family friendly.
Oh, where do you find that, Al?
I think it's in Fun and Games or something like that.
When you're at Al Simmons' site, from the main menu, you click on Fun. Then you click on Games, and right at the very bottom, it says Swimsuit Calendar, and there he is in all his glory.
And then you can also go to a day in the life of. So you follow me throughout a day in my life. Just a normal day in Al Simmons' life.
There we go. There you are, fishing and catching an old boot. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic, Al. So what do you got coming up in the near future? Are you working on new music?
If I'm going to do anything, it's going to be more videos.
Right, okay.
Because the I Collect Rocks DVD is really successful. People love it, so I think I'd do more of that.
You're listening to the Brent Woofy Show here on CHLY 101, and my special guest today has been Al Simmons, wild and wacky songwriter, singer, Juno Award winner, much traveled the world. He's been all over the world doing his shows. And where are you going to be in the near future, Al?
I'm going to be in Prince George on the 24th up until the 26th of May, and then in Surrey, British Columbia, starting on the 31st. For the festival there, and then I'm off on other kids' fests after that. But there's 2 dates in BC. That's
fantastic. You do a lot of kids' festivals, children festivals?
Yeah, this is the season. I'm in Saskatoon and Winnipeg as well.
When I was looking on your site a while back, I noticed that you were down in some of the islands down south. Where were you?
Well, I've been to the Bahamas and Bermuda.
You did shows there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that must have been nice.
Oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah. I'm off this summer. I'll be as far away as Hong Kong.
Wow. That's fantastic, Al. If you do come to the island, you give me a call, and how about we get you to come right into the studio and sit down and spin some knobs with me?
Oh, that would be fantastic. I'd love that.
We'll give you a tour of the studio and get you right in there. And then if you do that, then we can have kids phone up and ask you questions.
Yeah.
That'd be a fantastic thing.
I would love to do that, especially because then I'd get to scratch Woofy behind his left ear like he likes it.
That's right. That's right. He sure does. And you know what? Before we go, Al, I think I better get Woofy to come over here and ask you a couple of questions. Woofy!
Oh, great.
Here, where is he? You know, he's always out walking his dog, Arthur. And I have never seen Arthur. Woofy!
Take a look under the table there.
There? No, he's not there. Oh, here he comes. Hiya, Al. How you doing?
Hey, Woofy. I was just talking to Brent for a long time. Where were you?
I was out walking Arthur the dog.
You know, I've heard of Arthur. I've never met Arthur, though.
Nobody has.
One of these days, maybe I'll get to.
I wanted to know if you're coming to our part of the world soon there, Al.
Well, you know, if I come to your part of the world, I'd like you to meet my dog. I have a dog, and he has the longest name in the world.
What's his name?
His name is Harrison Garrison Bobblety B, Cornelius Aurelius, Rover McGee, Daniel Nathaniel Hooligan Flea, Horowitz Huntington Clyber McTree, Burrow Flaherty, Jumper Kerplop, Harrington Thaddeus Hop, Hoppity Archibald Bame, the dog with the longest name in the world. The dog with the longest name.
How do you get that on the dog tag?
I just call him Spot. Here, Spot.
Oh, thanks a lot, Al. I gotta go find Arthur.
Hey, goodbye, Wolfie.
I'll see you later.
Hey, when I see you, I'm going to scratch you behind your left ear, just like you like it.
Okay, Woofy, thanks a lot. Hey, Al, it's been great. I so appreciate you taking the time and having a chat with us today. It's been. I sent Al some pictures when the last time I saw him, and we figured out it was about 1996.
That's right.
So if I could do my math right, that's 9 years ago.
You're too far away from me, Brent. I don't get to see you as much anymore.
Well, you know, that's the one thing about being on the island. We usually have to wait for you guys to come out here.
Hey, well, I look forward to it.
All right. Well, thanks, Al. It's fantastic talking to you, and good luck with everything that you've got coming up in the future.
Hey, great, Brent.
And if you guys get a chance to see an Al Simmons concert, don't miss it, because like I said, I saw his show 10 years ago, and I can still remember it. I still remember, and you know the other one I remember, Al, is those two people eating pancakes.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
I still remember those two. Al has two huge puppets that pop up beside the table, and they're eating pancakes. It's just amazing. Al, you're an amazing man, and creative and talented, and I've just had a great time talking with you today.
Hey, likewise, Brent.
And thank you so much.
Bye-bye, folks.
Bye-bye, that's Al Simmons.
The little bird that woke you up this morning had this to say: I always like a hot breakfast to start off my day. There's something in what he says, and Mother agrees. When she calls, come and get it, we know she means to please. She's in the kitchen mixing batter using both hands. It starts to pop and splatter when it gets in the pan. We duck into the breakfast nook and now we can't wait for something round and flat that we can stack on a plate. We're all in our places.
We got the syrup ready.
With grins on our faces.
She's making weight.
Let me loosen my braces.
We won't leave any.
Oh, we got so hungry that we can't stand steady. Man, I could eat.
Look at her flip those things.
Save her a seat.
She's wearing father's ring.
Just about then.
Right at the table.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Now we'd have pancakes every day if we were allowed. We ask for wheat cakes Monday, Mother says stick around. On Tuesday we say hot cakes, again it's no soap. And no buckwheats on Wednesday, why we nearly lose hope. When Thursday brings no batter cakes, we're out of our mind. And Friday with the flannel cakes. Flannel cakes? Well, I had a dream last night that I was eating flannel cakes. And when I woke up, half my blanket was gone. By Saturday for flapjacks is all we can say. And we would all be goners if it weren't for Sunday. Man, it was tough.
How many days?
We suffered enough.
We're getting weight.
Oh, we huffed and we puffed.
A lot of good that
But
did.
now we're gonna stop those griddle cakes in. Man, it was bleak.
Around the breakfast table.
All of this week.
We had hay from the stable.
But blessed are the meek.
But Father hollers.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Wow, all this talk about pancakes is making me hungry. How about you, Wolfie? Yeah, I'm getting hungry for a pancake. Mama, I want a pancake. Isn't that Al Simmons a great guy? Oh, yeah, he's going to scratch me behind my left ear.
You know, if I were pushing pancakes, here's a trick I would try. I'd rig my big bicycle with a griddle to fry. And I'd be flipping flapjacks to beat the band, while holding on the handlebars with only one hand. Passerbys would page me as I pedaled past. I'd stop in time because I couldn't ride very fast. They'd line up on the sidewalk like ships at a dock. And I would heat their pancakes while I rode round the block. Well, everyone, how do you like the service?
Son of a gun, the way you serve us makes us nervous.
What? What do you mean?
You're so unsteady. If you should fall, you'd likely spill the fighter in the gutter.
Well, those are the risks.
And life is full of them.
But business is brisk. Who's next?
Who's next? Who's next?
Just about them.
Everyone holler.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Flour, salt, sugar, double action, baking powder. I'm sipping all day.
It's Sunday Fibbie.
Sour milk, butter, and 1 or 2 eggs. I'm mixing batter all day.
It's my own recipe.
Now pour 'em and fry 'em and stack 'em on a platter. Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Mama, oh, I want a pancake.
Mama, I want a mama. Oh, I want a mama. Oh, I want a pancake, please.
Listen to Brent Woofy and CHLY.
You're listening to Brent Woofy on CHLY, and so am I. It's a show for big kids, too.
Hey, that was Al Simmons from Anola, Winnipeg, in Manitoba. Not in Winnipeg, in Manitoba. And you know, folks, I did get my math wrong because it was not 9 years, it was 11 years ago when I saw Al. So thanks for doing that with us, Al. Now, up to the weather here, because we got the Sunny Days song going on today. It's going to be 22 degrees and sunny, so it's time to get out there and get out the suntan oil and enjoy the sun. Tonight, some clouds are going to start rolling in. We're going to get cloudy periods tonight, and tomorrow is a mix of sun and cloud. On Thursday it is still a mix of sun and cloud, and then the clouds are going to roll in for the weekend. On Friday and Saturday we're looking for a little bit of rain there. So that's the weather forecast from Environment Canada. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that interview that we did with L. Simmons there, and Brent and Woofy are going to be Brent and Woofy would like to tell you about some upcoming shows that will be coming up here on the Brent and Woofy Show. In next week, show number 12, we're going to have Ramona, the belly dancer, come in, and she's going to tell us what it's like to be a belly dancer. And the week after that, May the 29th, Steve Jones and Darren Nilsson will be coming in, bringing their saxophones and their trombones, and they're going to be playing some songs. Both those guys played on some Brent and Woofy albums, and we're going to be remembering that. Yeah. And then on June the 5th, it's Woofy's 14th birthday, so we're going to dedicate the show to Woofy's birthday. Now, if you'd like to send me an email giving us a greeting or a story of Brent and Woofy, or Woofy's, you've seen Woofy before, please email me at BRENTANDWOOFY @CHLY. That's Brent and Woofy @CHLY.ca. That's right. Okay, I'm just going to play another song here. Woofy wants to sing a song for you. It's called I Have a Little Dog.
I have a little dog. His name is Woofy. He's a cute little dog, and he loves me. I have a little dog. I take him to the park. We go for a walk before it gets dark. I love my little dog. That's plain to see. He comes when I call, and he loves me. I have a little dog. He's my best friend. A special little dog. We're friends till the end.
I'm ready. Okay. I'm going to sing now. Okay, you sing. Although I am a little dog, my name is Woofy. I'm a cute little dog. You gotta love me. I am a little dog. I like to go to the park. Take me for a walk before it gets dark. I am a little dog. I am K9. I like to sing a good song like Shine, Shine, Shine. I am a little dog. I'm your best friend. A special little dog. I'm your friend to the end. He's your friend to the end. I'm your friend to the end. Hey, there's Woofy singing I'm a Little Dog. All right, it's 8:50 in the morning here, and it's time to wrap up the Brent and Woofy Show. We're going to do something a little bit different today because I have a bit of news to announce, a little bit of sad news. Last Friday, my mom passed away, and it's just a circle of life. And I wrote a song for her because I mourn the way I know how when things go bump in my life, and that's writing a song, and it's called Goodbye, Mother Goodbye, and she was in Calgary, and I sent the song out to all my relatives in Calgary. and they all enjoyed it and said it helped them grieve. So I would like to just sing or do these songs for you to say goodbye to my mom and a little tribute for her. So thank you for listening to the Brent Woofy Show, and goodbye to my mom, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye, mother, goodbye. On this day it's hard not to cry. Although you are gone, your love lingers on. Goodbye, mother, goodbye. The touch of a mom to her daughter's son is a touch no other can give. If I only knew what the touch meant to you, I remember as long as I live. Bye, mother, goodbye. On this day it's hard not to cry. Although you are gone, your love lingers on. Goodbye, mama, goodbye. My mom is the one who gave me the song and the life to sing every day. Mom's day has come and her singing is done. The angels will take her away. Goodbye, mother, goodbye. On this day it's hard not to cry. Although you are gone, your love lingers on. Goodbye, mama, goodbye. I hope that you knew that we all love you and will miss you ever so much. I say goodbye with a tear in my eye and the memory of mother's sweet touch. Bye, mother, goodbye. On this day it's hard not to cry. Although you are gone, your love lingers on. Goodbye, mother, goodbye. Goodbye, Lois, goodbye.
You're just an angel and I love you.
There are friends who will want you, but just for a day. There are pals you think true, but they'll cast you away. But there's one loving soul, boys, I sure recommend. Through this old world out sorrow, she'll be true till the end. Mother, though her hands are all wrinkled and old, Mother, silver hair that has lost all the gold.
You left her alone, went to roam through the years.
heartaches and tears. So kiss her old brow, whisper softly and true, Mother, you're just an angel and I love you. On the door of a cottage, a wreath sadly hung, and a hearse stood there waiting as the choir softly sung. There were flowers in their beauty, and the old parson, he prayed. This was the last tribute as they left for her grave. She won't meet you tonight, son, when you crave her caress. She has reared you to manhood, and now you've laid her to rest. Those flowers in their beauty, to her they're unknown, 'cause tonight she's with the angels up around God's great throne. So don't wait that late, son, to try and repay. Give those flowers and give those treasures and give them today. Let her know that you love her and kinda show her that you care, 'cause she's your mother, God love her, she's as true as a prayer. So kiss her old brow, whisper softly and true, Mother, you're just an angel and I love you.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom, from all your daughters and sons.